There's no place like home. There's no place.
Home. Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you.
Well, hi there. Good afternoon to you. This is Home Wizards. I'm Cindy Dole.
And I'm Eric Stromer.
And we love to help you improve your home and improve your life. And the kitchen project is really improving my life.
Boy, I'll tell you, I enjoyed coming to see the finished product. It's beautiful. Everything is done so eloquently, and I'm so excited for you. It's great. What a nice day.
It's feeling really big and, well, gosh, Wayne, we've gone so many miles from that day one, almost about 3 months ago now, a 1950s orange kitchen with 1970s appliances and that tile countertop. You didn't like the tile countertop, did you?
No, I didn't. But my favorite part of the whole thing for you is that when I walk into your home now, you're like, yeah, I got a brand new kitchen.
No,
yeah,
I'm not.
Yeah, it's great. You go and sit in the new stools. Yeah, and just take a look at this beautiful view of this great molding. That I mean, it's like matter of fact now. It's nonchalant.
And my husband just texted me. We had a couple of new chairs off to the side because it's a great room now. It's not just a kitchen. And one of our sheepdogs has already found her way and claimed it. Jeez.
The sheepdog looks too big for the seating area. It's funny.
Her hips are kind of cascading over the side. I'm telling her she's big boned. But
I'm telling her that hips don't lie, even in her world. Yeah.
So let's talk about countertops. I know that you in construction, you've seen them all, haven't you?
I've seen them all.
Crummy ones, good ones?
Yep, you bet. And boy, there's so much to talk about because there's such a variety now, especially with all these new different composite stones and anything from quartz to natural stone. It's all available and so readily accessible here in town too, in these great showrooms all over the place. So, what do you got for us?
Well, we had a really thorough thinking process to come up with the right countertops, because I think that when, like anything in your kitchen or any part of your home dream process, you want to go with just the prettiest thing. You think that that's going to be the best decision. It's not necessarily. I mean, the ideal is to have what's pretty, but also what functions, don't you think?
I do. And you know what is so exciting for me now with the internet and so much availability online to sort of check out and research what you want. Back in the day when I first started doing this about 25 years ago, you would sort of have to go on what your contractor said was available. And then you would go to a store and they'd give you some options there. Now you can really literally see pictures, go to these supply stores, find out exactly why you would want a certain type of stone or surface or whatever it is. It's all this information is available, especially with shows like ours, Home Wizards, You get such a great opportunity to learn about the stone and the countertops that are available.
Well, the countertops are right up there with cabinets and appliances in terms of the big three as you decide what you're going to do with your kitchen. So I thought we'd talk with a guy who is very much the expert. He is Tom Perich with DuPont Surfaces, and thanks for being here, Tom.
Hey, Cindy.
Hi.
Good to be here.
Hi, Tom.
So let's talk a bit about how countertops really have evolved. I mean, you saw our original tile that was really kind of chipping away and the grout that was crumbling away, and that was typical for a 1950s kitchen. But where have countertops gone in the past 10 to 20 years?
Oh, my goodness. I mean, there's just been a complete evolution, the kind of materials that are out there and available for consumers to choose from. DuPont introduced Corian in the mid-'60s. And Corian originally was 2 or 3 colors and not a whole lot of choice for consumers. And it's evolved into over 108 colors that you can choose from. Everything from your kind of traditional solids with a little bit of, kind of color freckled in there to our private collection colors, which you chose for your kitchen, that has whole swirls of color and many, many different colors and tones. In addition, you have our brand new color, our DuPont Zodiaq, which is an engineered stone or quartz surface that is made of 93% quartz, which is 7 times harder than stone, and it's a solid surface. You don't have to seal it. It's easy to care for, and a really beautiful, consistent surface.
Tom, back in the day when I was selling all these different types of countertops, one of the selling points for me was that, look, if you scratch it, we can just sand it out. There'll never be an issue. I mean, that's what I love, the durability of this product that you guys have.
Oh, yeah, and that's one thing that many consumers don't know about Corian is that it is so durable. I mean, we really call it kind of a renewable surface. Every time you take just a simple Scotch-Brite pad and sand away a little bit of the surface on the top. It's just kind of a microscopic layer, but it refreshes the entire countertop. And if you have a Corian countertop that you may have installed 10 years ago, starting to look a little bit older, you either yourself decide to resurface it and polish it, or what I would really recommend is find a fabricator in your area, and that fabricator that fabricates Corian can come in and can resurface that countertop, and it'll look like the day that you bought it. It'll look brand new, like the day it was first installed. It's really a very durable, renewable surface that's just easy to care for, maintain, and use.
So let's set the stage for people, because I'm sure that a lot of folks, as they've been watching and hearing this kitchen project come about, people are thinking about their own budgets. They're thinking about, what's going to work for them, not only in terms of what they can afford, but what's going to really be a good investment for the long haul, because hopefully you do your kitchen once. And you want to have something, like you say, that's durable, that's gorgeous, but that's going to fit our cooking and entertaining style, right?
Oh, absolutely. And that's the great thing about either surface, the two surfaces that you chose. If you have Corian, it's renewable. It can be seamless, so there's no seams when they join the two pieces together. So you don't have any potential for dirt or grout. You can do a seamless integrated sink, so it's going to hold up and look beautiful for the life of your kitchen, and probably the life of your house if you choose to keep your kitchen in that house. And then even if you choose, Zodiaq, one of our quartz surfaces, that, as I said before, it's a solid surface. It doesn't need any sealing. It doesn't stain. It's incredibly hard and durable. So either choice is going to leave you with a beautiful, long-lasting kitchen that should look almost the same way it was installed 20 to 30 years from now, if you maintain it properly.
When Cindy and I were down at one of the trade shows, we covered Martha Stewart's greenhouse of the future, basically. And what I loved with your product that we saw there was the application of this in a shower setting where there's no opportunity for mold or growth of any kind to occur, and the cleaning of it is so easy. I think it's a great service for showers as well.
Oh, absolutely. It's spectacular. And you're starting to see, especially in a lot of, really, kind of higher-end showers, you're starting to see our private collection product be used more and more often for those reasons. It's a beautiful surface in itself. But talk about ease of maintenance. You just you barely have to do anything to it, and it looks as though it was brand new, and it's going to look brand new for the next 10, 15, 20 years.
So let's talk about all the different choices that are out there for consumers, because that really is the process that we went through before we made our selection. And granite seems to be like this, oh my God, you got to have granite. But really, it isn't the perfect material at all.
It isn't the perfect material. I mean, granite is a beautiful material. It's been used around the world as a countertop material. But some of the challenges are the sealing that you have to do with the granite. You really need to maintain it. It can stain relatively easily if it's not sealed. Even if it is sealed, that sealant can wear off over time if you don't maintain it and don't continue to reapply the sealant. And then you get staining that really embeds into the stone and is pretty much impossible to take out. And that's one of those things. You really need to think through how you're going to use your surface. And most people are going to be using their kitchen to entertain, to have people over. The kitchen's really become the focal point of the home. And that's one of the things that makes a solid surface like Corian or a quartz surface like Zodiaq so perfect. You don't have to worry about that staining or maintenance. Corian's not going to stain. Even if you do get, marker or something like that on it, you can either wipe it off or use a Scotch-Brite pad and clean it right off. So they're both spectacular surfaces that are easy to maintain, easy to cook on, and really functional, just easy to use.
And because granite is so popular, I'm guessing that's why you guys have really evolved the Corian product, because it looks like a stone. I mean, you see the veining in what we have, and that's the main countertop in our kitchen. It's called Burled Beach, and it looks truly like a natural stone, but yet it's stronger and better.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the great things about some of our private collection colors. And Burled Beach is a particular favorite, as is Rosemary. The two colors that you chose, they're both beautiful. And Burled Beach certainly looks a lot like natural stone, and that's one of the things we were thinking of, one of the inspirations for our private collection colors, especially some of the early ones. But I'd also say that our private collection colors go beyond what a natural stone would look like and really give you something that incorporates a lot of movement, a lot of color, and really a different way than you're going to get from a natural stone. But it's just beautiful when you pair it with the right cabinets and you pair it with the right appliances in your home. And when you work with a good fabricator, a good kitchen designer, and you can really get a look that you just cannot get with a natural stone. If you choose to go with a product that looks a little more like a natural stone, you're going to find that it's easy to maintain, highly functional, going to look beautiful for the life of your kitchen. But you can also get some other looks with our private collection and even some of our traditional colors that are also great.
Well, don't go away, Tom, because we have some more questions we want to talk about. Also, not only is this something that's going to be a cleaner product because you have finally this flat surface without bacteria, turkey bacteria getting into the grout, right? But it's just going to be a handy-dandy thing to keep clean. Home Wizards, Eric Stromer and Cindy Dole are here. We have a lot more great things to talk about here as we help you improve your home and improve your life here on KFWB News Talk 980. How can you not smile with that song?
That's a great, isn't it? Fantastic.
You're listening to Home Wizards. I'm Cindy Dole.
I'm Eric Stromer.
And we're shiny and we're happy.
I feel shiny and
fluffy.
Happy and fluffy.
All that good stuff. Hopefully.
I washed my hair today. Look at it.
You did. Yeah. Hopefully you're feeling good on this Saturday weekend because we love to help you feel good, darn it, and improve those places and spaces you call home. And maybe you're looking at your kitchen. The holidays, Thanksgiving is less than a week away this Thursday. Hello. And you're thinking, wouldn't it be great to have a better place to have all your friends and family come over? We've been working at this kitchen. Well, we've been waiting to work on this kitchen for years, my husband and I. And finally, the dream has come true. And it's such a relief to have a flat, shiny countertop. Where you can just wipe it down and not have crumbs.
Exactly, and especially during this new holiday coming up, Thanksgiving, with the raw poultry. Nothing scares me more than raw poultry
and
embedded in an old grout joint.
Festering in
Horrifying.
there. Yuck. Yeah, the neck bone just kind of lingering.
Just sitting there, festering.
Salmonella.
Don't want it.
Well, anyway, with us is a guy who is all about not going there. Tom Perich is with DuPont, and he's here to talk about a great choice. In fact, it is our choice in our countertops. We have the Corian, which is coming in. It's in the Burled Beach, and if you go to cindykitchenproject.com, you'll see it's a kind of a pretty creamy with little veins of gold and brown in there. It really looks yummy, I think. And then it has in the backsplash the Corian made out of a color called Rosemary, which comes kind of greens and yellows. And anyway, Tom, what do you approve? You like it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Both excellent choices, and they both look beautiful in the kitchen, at least the pictures that I've seen.
Yeah, and it was so fun how the fabricator was able to, thanks to our designer, literally glue in two different kinds of Corian together, and so they're melded. It just looks like it's a piece of art.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, and that's one of those things that we really don't see enough of right now. So many people are used to just putting in flat countertops. And really not kind of connecting the backsplash in. And that's one of the beautiful things about Corian solid surface is that when you glue the two pieces together, you aren't actually gluing them. You're actually kind of creating a new solid piece of Corian. So that's one of the reasons we call Corian, putting the Corian countertops actually a seamless countertop, because we have a liquid Corian product that we actually put between the two sheets, and when you push it together, it creates a perfectly seamless joint. So it looks as though one piece is just going right into the other piece, and it gives it really a beautiful appearance. And it also delivers that hygienic functionality that you were talking about with Eric as you kind of entered.
You mean the creepy neck bone stuff on the counter?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. When you talk about that, that's one of the great things about a solid surface product. You don't have any of those joints. You don't have to worry about any of those kind of juices or bacteria hiding in any of those joints or in your backsplash necessarily. And if you choose an integrated Corian sink, you get the same effect in your sink, and it'll be a completely smooth surface. So you don't have to worry about, if you have an undermount stainless steel sink, you can sometimes get that splash that might come up, and you just always worry a little bit about, is it really totally clean? But with an integrated Corian sink, you don't really have to, you don't have to worry about any of that. It's just easy to kind of wipe down, just the same as you would a countertop.
And then, you know what I want to speak to also, the idea that this product was featured in a green home. And I think people often don't understand, for example, you're pulling stone out of the earth. You're actually mining in Italy, these huge, mining facilities where they're literally coming in this hole, blasting areas out, pulling out these big slabs of rock. The amount of energy that is consumed by doing that process is really not very green. But when it comes to a surface like your stuff, how are you guys creating this, and what makes it green?
What makes it a green surface are we use different types of recycled content in some of our products. We have what's called the Terra collection, and in those products we actually use different levels of recycled content. So we'll either get it post-consumer from some of the samples that we'll put back into the Corian, or some post-consumer recycled content, or it'll just be recycled content that we have from other batches, and we'll put it back into the countertop, and that's what gives it that green connection. So you're actually kind of reusing old pieces. It's classic recycling, right?
Yep, that's it. Yeah, good.
Now the Zodiaq surface, which is the quartz that you guys create, and it's it's how many times? Like 7 times stronger than regular stone?
Yes, absolutely, and that's one of the great things about it. Quartz, I believe, is the 4th or 5th hardest substance on Earth, so it's very difficult to cut, and that's one of the things that makes it so strong. It's one of the things that makes it so scratch-resistant. I mean, it can scratch if you really, really work at it, but I mean, in general, it's a virtually scratch-resistant product, and it's extremely strong and durable.
Oh, you should have seen these guys when they installed it. They used, I guess, those magnets that the glass industry uses.
Oh, the suction cups.
The suction cups.
Yes.
We thought they were going to do a little workout, but it was, I mean, because it's a heavy piece of material. And anyway, it's such a great solid surface. It's so clean and beautiful, and it makes a nice backsplash as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then Tom, you guys also fabricate sinks too, right?
Yeah, we manufacture the sinks, which we sell. We have many different models of Corian sinks that you can either use as part of that integrated sink with a countertop. You can, or even some people are integrating our Corian sinks with engineered stone products as well.
So then it's one unified surface between the sink and the countertop. It all looks like the same exact surface, possibly.
Absolutely, and
that's
great.
great.
Again, you're using that liquid Corian in between the countertop and the sink, and it actually creates kind of a new, a whole piece of Corian there. So there's no seams, there's no place for that bacteria to kind of get in there and hide.
Well, let's talk about how you maintain your brand of countertop versus some of the other countertops that are out there, and why this might be easier in some ways to kind of keep it not only clean but looking new forever.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, a quartz surface countertop is, kind of wipe it off, and it should stay pretty solid. But with a Corian countertop, every once in a while you might get a scratch or something in it, and you can just go in with a Scotch-Brite pad, your standard Scotch-Brite pad that you would find out there, and you can just kind of rub it right off, like you're polishing your car, and it'll create an entirely new surface and wipe that and get that scratch right out. Or if you've got kind of maybe a little bit more aggressive stain, like a marker or something that might be difficult to take off with a normal cleaning product, you can take that same Scotch-Brite pad and just, like you're polishing your car, just kind of wipe it right off. Or again, if you've got maybe either a deeper scratch or you've just had a lot of wear and tear on your countertop, you can find a local Corian fabricator, and many of them offer a service where they'll come out and they'll renew your surface. They'll do all this kind of professionally. And I think it's typically relatively inexpensive, and it'll make your countertop look as though it'll look like the day it was installed.
Now, you guys come up with all these colors, but your whole goal is to make it look natural, right? Both the Corian and the Zodiaq.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, Tom. Are you guys designing to emulate existing stone out there, or are you creating your own template and sort of canvas of
Mars or something?
Exactly, like it's some completely new thing that we've never seen.
Yeah, I mean we're an innovation focused. DuPont's an innovation focused company. That's what we do as a corporation, and it takes that same innovation, that science, and puts it into Corian. So when we are looking at different colors, we're really looking around the world. We employ a global color team and work with global color researchers to identify what are really the new hot trends in colors throughout all different surfaces. And then we incorporate them into what our palette would look like whenever we're going to introduce new colors, and make sure that our existing palette matches where we see the direction and color going. And then we create a number of new colors. And those inspirations can be anything from stone to spice to just general kind of something that we think is funky and cool that might be out there that we're seeing in other materials. And then we go out there and we employ a team of people that develop those colors in our plant, and then we go out and test them. So
cool.
We do a tremendous amount of work and spend a lot of time and energy and money to really identify what those new colors will be, so that consumers are going to have the right things to put in their kitchen that are going to look beautiful.
So what you're saying is, right now in Romania, some guy's walking around looking at a new color trend, and it's going to show up, right? I mean, these people are all around the world checking this stuff out.
Possibly, because it is a global world, right? And what is new in Europe right now, it's either might be new next year in North America, might be new right now, or just kind of coming up in some of the fashion they might be seeing in New York.
And really, the sky's the limit. And we can be as contemporary or as traditional or whatever you want in between. So very
Absolutely.
cool. Yeah. Well, Tom Perich, thanks for sharing some insight for us on the selection of on countertops in our kitchen, and we are loving how this kitchen is coming together. So, Tom, appreciate your time. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you so much. It's been great working with you.
You got it. And everybody, just go to the website. We have a special page that you can see the new video right now at cindykitchenproject.com. Well, maybe don't go right now. Go after the show. And you'll see how we chose the countertop, the installation of the cabinets, and more fun stuff. And can't wait to show you the final reveal in a few weeks yet. Home Wizards, Eric Stormer, Cindy Dole. We're going to talk next about lighting. Now, you have pendant lights in your kitchen.
I do, and I made a grave error. I only have 2. I wish I had 3.
That is...
I know.
It's not bad.
Hey, I'm not. I never
It's
said
okay.
I was a designer.
Come on. I've seen both with 2 and with 3. You're all right.
Thank you.
Okay. More on that.
I
after
feel
this.
better.
We're back. Keep smiling.